Hello, my beautiful collective. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel, Trying to Find Tarot. I'm I'm here to do your weekend love reading. How you all doing? I missed you guys. Let's get into your reading. We're going to start off with 2 overall energies and see where the energy takes us, okay? In love for my collective. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, all that information is in the description box below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. For the collective in love, let's see. Oh my God. There's a romantic gesture coming towards someone. Somebody might be popping the question. If it is not romantically related, then it is a business connection of some sort. Sometimes people marry themselves to their job because they just love what they do. But we'll see what this is. We are having a love reading today, so let's see what else comes out. Okay. Ooh. 2 wanted to come out. I'll take them, okay? I usually just take 2, but here we are. We have the mountain energy. Okay. So if this relationship felt on hold or, you know, at a standstill or things were like frozen, I feel like there's a big change, a big move on the way. Somebody's made the decision. I feel like it's been a decision made in love because we have the Judgment card here, okay? Somebody could be wrapping something up. There's some sort of contracts involved, but somebody is doing the right thing. Somebody's doing what they have to do. It was a hard decision, but they are realizing that's the only thing that's going to get them over this mountain and into the valley, okay? Where things thrive, where things are lit up. I'm getting a lot of healing energy, a lot of star energy. This is what's coming to light, okay? This is what's going to be surfacing, all right? Somebody's making these changes. Somebody's... because they want to move forward in love. They want to be with the person that they love. But there is a hurdle that needs to be crossed, okay, in order to get there. All right, let's see what this is. Wise proposal here for my beautiful collective. Wise proposal here. Okay, I told you, a waiting game. The angel of temperance in divine timing. Things are manifesting. Things are cooking. Things are finding a way for everyone involved for their highest good. Okay, so there is an angel watching over this situation. And I'm not sure if I read the cards, but it says proposal. A romantic or business opportunity is indicated. Okay. Also, I am feeling the infinity symbol. I'm feeling the red thread energy. That's why the pull is so intense in a certain direction, okay, for a certain person. This is an energy that can't be shaken or cut loose, okay? But somebody was stalling, okay? Somebody was stalling. There was a big challenge or obstacle in the way. It says mountain. Know that you are protected as you face challenges, but remain cautious. Okay, so there's an angel watching over this connection. Okay, because there's other factors involved that could be a little dangerous. Okay, I'm not gonna, that's why the angel is here. The angel comes out to protect. All right, it says judgment. Soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. Okay. So somebody has been wrestling around with making this decision, and somebody's finally doing what they have to do, and that's bringing an enormous amount of peace into somebody's life. It's helping somebody release the burden. I don't know if this burden was like a guilt, you know, or resentment. Somebody could have been contractually bound to someone else that was toxic, but you know, we do have the wedding bands here. Okay. And if it's like a bad breakup or a divorce, I mean, the knives are out. Things can get a little sketchy. Things can get a little dangerous. Okay. Oh gosh. I mean, I've seen some stories on that. What are those, like those, I don't know if you have that channel, that ID. Okay. That okay, or the first 48 or shit like that. Okay. Like, all right, anyways. Okay, so okay, why do we have the jail card here, or feeling incarceration? We have the 5 of Wands. Okay, this could have been a messy separation. Somebody could have been holding back because they were afraid of the consequences, or, you know, like I said, this could be a messy separation where the cops may have been involved. We have the Eight of Swords here, so that's like a prison of your own making sometimes. Or like I said, somebody was trapped in not being able to make a decision because there's all sorts of other factors involved. So the only place that felt comfortable is not making a move. Okay, because somebody just wasn't seeing clearly. All right. Because there was a lot of distraction. Okay, there's a conflict, there was a dilemma. The Five of Wands is here. A lot of fighting. Okay, and that energy, I feel like, led to a separation. Okay, why is the wedding bands here? Oh, the Four of Swords wants to come out. The Three of Swords is present, which is a heartbreak, which is a broken heart, you know, hurt feelings. Okay. Somebody's been going to bed with like a lot on their mind, okay? Okay. Someone is in love, okay? Somebody is in love with somebody, and it breaks their heart not to be with them, okay? There could be a third party situation with this Three of Swords, okay? Who they feel for is for my collective, or collective, this is a situation you're dealing with now. You're going to bed with a lot on your mind because you have someone in your heart, okay? Somebody that's pulling on your heartstrings, a situation that's pulling on your heartstrings. You're not where you want to be, and where you want to be is with your person, okay? I just feel like somebody that's hurt not being there, okay? So I just feel like there's some sort of obstacle. What is this obstacle? What is this challenge that needed to be overcome for my collective? Oh, I said it. Releasing the burden, okay? Taking on too much, holding back. Things just kept on piling and piling and piling up. And there's going to be a straw that breaks the camel's back situation here, okay? Something has just gotten to be too much. All right, we have a masculine and feminine in the meadow here. Okay, also in the springtime, something about outside, something about things that are being reborn and regenerated in the spring after a pretty difficult winter, okay? This masculine stag and this feminine doe that's in this field, there's a connection there, and somebody is walking past it acting like nothing's going on, okay? Not dealing with the situation, this love situation, and it's just gotten to be too much. So somebody's releasing that. They know they've made that decision to release the burden and come forward because something's keeping someone up at night, okay? And it's this heartbreak. All right, so it's getting released. All right, we have the Five of Pentacles here. The Five of Pentacles is that scarcity mentality, okay, there's also these people that are in disguise showing up at somebody's door, okay? Not making their intentions known, not really coming forward the right way, kind of tiptoeing, and somebody's like, I'm not answering the door for something like this, okay? So somebody is feeling shut out. All right, another one. Okay, because somebody's had these feelings for quite some time, all right? You could be frustrated with your person's energy or vice versa, but this is the Knight of Pentacles. If you know about the Pentacles, this, out of all the Knights, this is the only one that gets to the destination. It's the only one that crosses the finish line. It's taken a while because there's been a little sabotages along the way. So this could be somebody could be separating out of something toxic that is taking a long time. It's been a long, dragged out fight is what I'm feeling, okay? And also, you know, somebody's keeping such close watch on this person that they're able to plant little sabotages here and there to try to get them off course. This is why it's taking so long. If somebody's trying to avoid these sabotages could have caught the other knights, okay? But it's not going to catch this Knight of Pentacles because they're moving slow enough to realize what's going on, okay? But they're getting there. They're getting there, okay? And somebody's watching and monitoring. There's some sort of monitoring spirit, some sort of spy device. Okay, that's a tree rat, right? Y'all know how I feel about that rat and that rat's nest, okay? All right. So this knight is coming in to deliver this Ace of Pentacles to someone. This brand new opportunity, maybe a nice gesture, a kind gesture, or an engagement ring. And somebody's trying to block the process. Okay? All right. One more of these for the collective in love. King of Swords. Okay, this is somebody that's detaching or acts detached. Okay, the King of Swords. This is my legal beagle here. They could work in the judicial system. They don't have to be, but there's some sort of contracts. This person has made a decision, okay, and is thinking clearly now, and is ready to make the right choice, and also ready to speak up, also ready to fight for what they love. Okay, he's a Saleya. All right, let's get into the snitchy deck real quick. What is this? What's this Knight of Swords? I'm sorry, this King of Swords doing here? This King of Swords is moving on. This King of Swords is moving on, okay? Endings that bring healthy beginnings. I'm telling you, because this is not healthy, this Eight of Swords, okay? That's anxiety. That's going through a lot and dealing with it yourself. Isolating yourself from maybe friends and family, because you're dealing with too much and trying to deal with it on your own. That's why the Ten of Wands is here, because it's something's got to give. Something's got to give. Okay, we have fake. Okay, they know that they're moving on from something fake that wasn't true, that wasn't the real deal. All right, they've been pretending and wearing the mask, maybe that they're fine, but they're not. Okay, so they're taking a leap of faith. They're ready to take the leap of faith over the mountain and into the valley. All right. It says taking a risk, stepping into the beauty of the unknown. And we have the message in the bottle. That's the message that's coming through. Okay. So somebody's taking a leap of faith towards their future. And their future, collective, has you in it. All right. That's what they want. All right. Another one for the collective in love. They're separating from something toxic, a hater. We have the hater card here. Okay, this is why it was very long and drawn out. We have the Five of Wands here, a lot of petty activity. Okay, we have promiscuous. We have sleeps around, a hot free-for-all, sleeps with yo man. Okay, why is promiscuous here? A hater that's promiscuous. Okay. Whoa. Okay, it says bugaboo. So somebody was, okay. I'm feeling the energy of instigating. Like somebody was really instigating this situation. Okay. The person that they're detaching from is not a person of good moral character. Okay. Even though they're promiscuous or whatever, they still wanted their person to be loyal to them. They still, even though they were caught doing something, this is a shady bitch, okay? That doesn't even really feel love for this person, but they still just want the attachment. It's like a control issue, okay? All right, another one. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to come to the facts. Don't want to come, okay. The realization. Don't want to let somebody go. Doesn't want somebody to move on. Doesn't want somebody to find the Ten of Cups, okay? Emotional intelligence, okay. Okay, so emotional intelligence is just knowing better, okay? This is, you know, emotional intelligence is somebody that's very highly intuitive, someone that's tapped into a divine energy, somebody that is very empathic, feels for others. I feel like either this is your energy or this is your person's energy. They could be very empathic, very sympathetic. They could have given into this energy of this promiscuous hater or whatever it is. And it was because there was a lot of mind games. Somebody was trying to play a lot of mind games with somebody. Okay. Okay. I'm feeling, what is that word? Like a codependent type energy. Okay. This is the picture. Like somebody was acting like it was an act. Okay. Like, and then somebody just had to wake up to the fact. All right. Another one. Okay, happiness. Wake up to the fact that their happiness is someplace else, okay? And that their happiness matters also. Okay, like it says fake. Somebody was faking that that they were emotionally invested, but it was more of a codependency. Because I see promiscuous, I see a hater. So somebody could have been cheating. Somebody could be like, having extracurricular activities, like cheating on their person, but then expecting their person to still be loyal to them, okay? And then, you know, using the fact, you know, doing all this like emotional, you know, the crocodile tears, you know, when they get caught. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's because I had a bad childhood and all this bullshit, okay? It's bullshit. It's fake. They're just manipulating somebody emotionally because they know that they can do that. All right. So somebody is happy that they're finally able to release a burden, to release this third party situation and come into alignment with their Two of Cups, who they're really, that's who's on their bed, in their mind when they're going to bed at night. And that's you, collective. Okay. You make this person happy. And this person makes this person upset, sad, angry. Okay. Puts them in the Eight of Swords. All right. It says new discoveries that lead to celebration. Love yourself first. That's what somebody had to do. Okay. Realize that they matter. Their happiness matters. That there's a future of happiness out there for them. Okay. And that the connection that they made for you is outranking this miserable life that they're living or something like that. It's time to detach and cut it off, okay, and move forward. So somebody had to have their epiphany moment, but somebody was feeling very guilty or something doing it, because that's just the way the game that this person, this hater, this person that would make them feel. Okay, turn it around, do the whole you know, the spin doctor shit. Okay, it says boundaries. Know when to put up and let down your walls. Somebody was learning that. Knowing when to put up and let down your walls. Creating boundaries. Okay. I feel like somebody let someone run all over them. Okay. All right. Let's see what else. We have betrayal. And then we have burning evidence. Like I said, somebody would get caught. They would betray this person all the time. Put yourself where you need to be in the situation. This is a general reading. Okay. And then, you know, put on the sob story, you know, this is the way I am because of X, Y, and Z and my childhood. And, but it's all an act. It's fake. It's a fake. It says fake apology. Okay. Fake apology, wearing a mask. They're really not sorry. They really don't fucking care. Okay. Like I said, this is somebody was dealing with somebody that doesn't have a good moral compass. Okay. Okay. And they were like caught burning evidence. They were caught like, you know, getting rid of the receipts, but somebody found a receipt that they couldn't overlook. And I feel like that was the straw that broke the camel's back. And that is really helping somebody let this treacherous energy go. Okay. They're finally going to be rid of it. Okay. Yeah. Red lipstick stains. That's a cheater card. That's that hoe lipstick. Okay. Okay. Self-limiting belief. Like somebody was really working on somebody's, okay. You're nothing without me shit. I don't, okay. Negative thoughts are creating a roadblock in your life. Negative thoughts, negative thinking. Okay, not thinking clearly. Okay. Somebody had to gain their strength. Somebody needed to get strong. Determination, perseverance, and self-discovery. So somebody had to really start pouring into themselves to help them overcome and help them release this situation. Because I just feel like there's a lot of mind games, a lot of manipulation that was keeping somebody trapped in one spot. Okay, decisions. Here it is. I said a choice, a decision is being made. Okay, and it's final. And this decision brings a lot of peace to someone's life. Okay. I feel like the red lipstick stain energy, they could give a care. They don't give a fuck either way. Okay. But the entrapment was, the game was that they did care, but they really didn't. Okay. Emotional intelligence is that also mind manipulation if you use it in a negative way. Okay. Decisions, the need to gain clarity through decision making. I can't, somebody's having their awakening, their light bulb moment, turning the light bulb on. The decision is in someone's hands. Okay. Stay and be miserable, or leave and be happy. Okay. Resolving issues, solving inner conflict with others, healing past trauma. I can't make it up. No, and they fucked up. Here it is. Divorce, separation. I can't make it up. All right. All right. So what do I get into now? All right. What is this love message? I'm going to get in here. Retreat. Leave it alone. Let it go. Get out of there. All right. Another one. Okay. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you've been guided to take. Boom. Another one for the collective. Playfulness. Okay, could be dealing with playfulness, could be dealing with a player. Okay, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. It's time to celebrate. It's time to have fun again. You're going to be making a connection that share the same values, that you're going to have a lot of fun with, that is going to love you as much as you love them and pour into the connection equally. Okay. That's not what somebody's walking out of. I feel like somebody's walking out of a toxic cycle. A toxic, okay. Let's see. Is there new love for my collective? What's the new love energy? Okay, we have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So something is on the boat. Something is arriving. Okay, something romantic and some sort of romantic gesture is headed your way. Also, that Six of Swords energy is moving on to calmer waters. It already says moving on. Okay, so they're moving on. Something about a sweet gesture is about to be made, okay? Okay. Someone from your past is returning to your life, okay? All right. Reconciliation. Oh, okay. So you're coming into alignment with your soulmate, it's working itself out. What did it say? The angel of temperance. Look at this, is like an angelic energy that's about to manifest. This is who you're coming into align with. Somebody that you loved lifetimes ago, okay? Or someone that you have some sort of history with, but it's not this hater, red lipstick, promiscuous energy, okay? This is a newer energy, but you may know of them. There's some sort of history there. If you don't believe in the red thread energy, which I do, because this is an energy that's in the ethers, in the 5D, ready to manifest in the 3D. So there is a new love connection on the way. Okay, separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So somebody's disconnecting. Okay. Somebody's disconnecting. Okay, and that is what puts them, that's overcoming that mountain, that's overcoming the hurdle, because then they make it onto the path that they need to be on to find you, collective, or put yourself where you need to be in this reading very soon. Clearly decide, judgment and decisions and shit, it's all over this reading. Okay, very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. It's yours if you want it, okay? It's theirs if they want it. You have to decide on what you want, okay? All right, here it is again. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, okay? You attract romantic love by loving yourself first, okay? Releasing burdens of the past, releasing yourself from this prison of your own making, okay? Putting your happiness before this toxic energy, okay? Because I'm telling you, they're not putting you above them, above their feelings, okay? All right, let's see what else we have. Whoa, that's a big chunk that wanted to come up. That one says, I'm becoming a better version for you, something like that. All right, what's the love exchange for the collective? I know one day we will find our way to each other. Oh, this energy. All right, another one for the collective. Your smile is making me melt every time I see your face. Okay, so there's some flirting, there's some playfulness going on with this newer connection. Okay, and your energy, collective, is really brightening up someone's day. Okay, you don't know how much is helping this person, or vice versa. Okay. All right. I loved you more than I let on. Another one. My emotions for you have always been intense. So somebody's been harboring a crush. Okay. Keeping it to themselves, being overwhelmed, not knowing what to do because something else had their teeth into your person, or they had their teeth into you. Please don't feel disappointed with me. Okay. If somebody couldn't make a move. All right. Only you can see through me. All right. Soulmates have that way with each other. You're the first thing I think about when I open my eyes. Like I said, I go to bed eating, breathing, and sleeping your energy, collective. And it says pictures of you still make me smile. So they're admiring you. They might have pictures of you. If you have a social platform of some sort, and there's pictures of you up there, they screenshot that shit. They have it, they have it in their phone or whatever, and they bring it out, and it makes them happy to see your face. Okay. My biggest regret is not telling you how I really feel. Ah, boom, there goes the mic. And they feel this insane attraction towards you. What did I say? They're being pulled in that direction, but they're fighting the force. Okay, so I feel like the fight is over. They're making it over the mountain and into the valley, and that puts them into alignment with you, or vice versa. If you like a personal reading with me, all that information is in the description box below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I will greatly appreciate it. Till next time, baby dolls.